What's up, guys? Welcome back to RPEG Electronics. I'm your host, Ray, and today we have some new LEDs for the GUN4IR system from JB Game Labs. Now, JB actually helped me develop some new PCB chips to make the assembly of these easier, but to you, the end user, this is no difference. I just wanted to say that he made a really big contribution. He's the creator of GUN4IR. He does all the hard software work so that we can enjoy the system. I'm the US seller here in New York, but he's actually made it easier for us to assemble them so that they can be produced faster. And I want to give a big shout out to my guy Harrison, who actually does all the assembly for me, because if I was to do all of these myself, it'd be very, very time consuming. And honestly, I just have too many things on my hands. But he wants to say thank you to everybody for supporting him. We do pay him a very high amount, like triple minimum wage, to make one set of these, so that he's just had his second child and wants to say thank you to the whole community for helping support his expenses during this pandemic time. Okay, so with that out of the way, let me show you the difference. So today we have two sizes, the 65-inch and 86-inch black edition. All right, they are wired the exact same way as the original ones that we made, and if your original ones are working fine, then there's no need to change. But from now on, the 65-inch, we will be upgrading to these higher power black LEDs, okay? They are made out of epoxy, if I'm not mistaken, all right? And even though they look black, the infrared does go through them. And to clarify, you cannot see this with your eyeball, okay? This is infrared. It's invisible to the naked eye, all right? At very best, at night, you might see a little tiny red dot, but that's about it. All right, so the way these are made are the exact same way as before, but the LED beam is actually significantly wider now. So a beam comes out at an angle, whoopsie, at an angle, okay? And usually what happens is the bigger the angle is, the weaker the light gets, okay? That's natural, right? The more focused it is, the brighter the beam is. Before, our beam was 20 degrees and it was pretty bright. This one is the same level of brightness, but now at 60 degrees. All right, so we pay quite a bit more for these, but they are excellent. Plus, people have been asking me for black so that they blend in with the monitor. So when I put these on top of a monitor, like my TV or whatever, you can barely see these. And on the Extreme Home Arcades install, we send these to Dave to do the same installation. We don't have any formal deal with him in terms of selling guns at all. We just ship the guns and the LEDs to him, but the way he installs them, they're pretty much invisible behind the glass now, okay? So this is the 65-inch version, all right? And this just plugs right into a USB cable, which goes into here and is plugged into your monitor USB or any high-powered USB port. I recommend a 5-volt, 2-amp at least port, okay? But for those of you with lots of money and lots of space, we have the 86-inch version now, all right? The 86-inch version will come with a USB power adapter, because chances are you might need a plug, actually, if you're going that big, okay? And it's the exact same thing, there's no difference, but the wires are significantly longer so that you can hit, bigger size, of course, makes sense, right? And, of course, you still have your USB to 2.1 millimeter connector. That's it. All right. There's nothing too complicated. I just wanted to introduce what this was so that people who are asking me, oh, what are the black LEDs? How do they affect gameplay? The answer is they're a lot stronger. The beam is wider, and they will make play on big screens much more comfortable and easy. If you're using a screen this big, you pretty much are going to need a fisheye lens unless you plan to stand about like 15 feet away. Okay, so you do need a fisheye lens when using something like this, turning your sensitivity up to custom high or number 5 or 4 or 5, okay? If your existing system is working perfectly fine, no problemo, more power to you. If you want to do an upgrade for a bigger screen or a second TV, these are going to be available on rpegelectronics.com. All right, thank you again for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting JB and JB Game Labs, and for our small workers at home, Harrison, who just had his second child. He also says thank you to everybody. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.